guys, it's Holly. I am back with another foundation review. This time I have the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Alright, I have the color Light Ivory, which in my Walmart store it was the lightest shade. This one came like all wrapped up, like packaged up in plastic. They don't always come like that. Like I've seen a bunch of them that are not wrapped at all, and I kind of like the wrap because then you can know for sure that somebody hasn't been messing around with it or, you know, pumping it out. Okay, so the bottle is very cute. I don't really care about packaging that much unless for some reason it catches my eye like that. Like that other CoverGirl, those other two CoverGirl ones, those ones, like I was like, oh, I don't know why, it doesn't matter. But this one, the packaging is pretty cute. I kind of like the frosted glass, and it feels really nice in your hand. Does this matter? No. I mean, I think at this point for this one, I'm glad that it has a pump because that makes it easier to get out onto your palette or hand or whatever. I can't talk today, sorry guys. But the only packagings that I just detest are ones with just an open bottle, like those, and even then I'm not really that picky about it, but it is nice that this has a pump. So I don't mind squeezy tubes either. So just, you know, so you know there is a pump, and that just makes it nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump this out now. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Fun fact about 6 years ago, maybe 7. I have a sponge and a brush. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, the other day when I tried out that number 7 Dropper Airbrush Away foundation, which I have a review on, it stained my sponge. Like, ugh. Like I tried to wash that, and I don't know about you guys, but that just kind of annoys me. I don't have OCD per se, but that's giving me a little bit of OCD. I do not like that circle of foundation stain right there. Anyway, okay, so fun fact, let's back to my story. Oh, this is really creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and sponge side first. About 6 years ago, I wanted to start a YouTube channel for makeup reviews. And so I actually bought every foundation because I had this idea for years. After I saw people doing reviews, I was like, man, I want to try that. And I want to see reviews for a whole products line of foundation, like all their foundations. That was something that I was really interested in, and was kind of annoyed that the people that I was watching hadn't done it. Not because, you know, they're jerks or whatever. I just remember always wanting to see that. Okay, this does have a scent, but it smells kind of like I thought maybe it was just my sponge because I just washed it, and I thought it has a soapy smell, like very fresh, clean, soapy smell. It's not bad. So anyway, the fact is that the fun fact anyway is that I bought their all e.l.f.'s all their foundation that they had to offer online because I lived way out in the country and I didn't have access to anywhere that sold e.l.f. The foundations anyway. It was about 1 pump and I used almost all of it. The shade isn't bad, but anyway, I had this foundation and had tried it. So, but I'm sure I threw it away just because I was like, I'm never gonna do YouTube. I'm never gonna be able to do it. So anyway, so this is the second time I've tried this, and I remember the last time I tried it, they didn't have a shade this light. I remember the lightest shade they had might have been called Porcelain. I don't remember, or this one's actually called Light Ivory. But it was way too dark. It was like crazy too dark. So that was kind of annoying to me. But this shade is not bad at all. It's got more of like it is kind of orangey, but it almost has like, no, it's kind of orangey. It's pretty orangey. But it's not translating to like orangey on your face. It's almost just brightening. So anyway, it's not like crazy shiny dewy, but it does have a little bit of a you know, the light is reflecting off of it a little bit. So there's sponge side. Let me take an up close look. Oh, it's looking good on my pores. I mean, you can still kind of see them. But they look better with it on than they do without the foundation. Okay, so well, let's see. I won't add more yet. I'll take whatever's left on my hand and we'll try the other side with a brush. And already I think I'm liking the sponge application better. I'm gonna need a little bit more, so I'm just gonna pump out, oh, a little bit more. Well, you can't really pump out a little bit more. You can only pump out a full pump. It's extremely creamy, like really creamy, like a lotion. It's very creamy. Now I like this scent of this. It smells just really clean. Like if you would get like a candle called Clean Linen or Clean Cotton or something like that. That's what it kind of smells like. But I don't know what that's going to do to my eyes. My eyes are so sensitive to just about everything. Alright, so you can kind of see like the coverage on my under eyes. It's not terrible. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. And I always use a concealer anyway because I'm always trying to get rid of that. But just this kind of gives you an idea of the actual coverage of the foundation, which I would consider highlight coverage, not light. I wouldn't consider this light coverage. I would consider it highlight coverage. Now, let me see. There's this little sticker. Let's see what the claims are. Oh, oil-free formula for a medium to full coverage satin matte base. Apply using fingers, sponge, or brush. Layer as needed. So, it's an oil-free formula for medium to full coverage. Now, on one layer, this is highlight. It's not even medium. So, I'm going to go ahead and do a second layer just so we can see how that would work. Oh, and I just put it on my brush, which I just said that I don't really like the brush application. It's not terrible. We'll just do it that way. I'll add a second layer, and then I might just smooth it over with the sponge. And my brush is able to keep that loaded on there, which is kind of nice because that means you don't have to kind of like re-dip, you know, or reload your brush. I don't know how the sponge would work with that, but okay, so just the look of the foundation is nice. And yes, I believe I got a little bit more coverage. Alright, from a distance, I'm looking from my face to my rear view mirror, which is the mirror I use. It looks nice. My skin looks even. You can see a few things coming through, but I always like that because then it makes it look more like skin. But when you get up close, you can see a little bit of the makeup sitting on your skin. So people are gonna know. I mean, they're gonna know anyway, but it doesn't look as natural as I would like it with 2 layers. The first layer, not bad at all. But if you're gonna want to build this up for more coverage, I would say only build it up where you need it. So maybe like, you know, for me, it would be right here, here, and maybe right here because I have some pigmentation right here. Well, not here, but right there I do. So yeah, it did build up, you know, to give me more coverage, but do you want to sacrifice coverage for having it look like just makeup sitting on your skin? If you're okay with that, you know, whatever. That's a personal preference. So for me, if I was going to keep this and use it on a regular basis, I would only do one layer, and I think that would be good enough for me, for my skin, for coverage wise. I do not like this as much as the Wet n Wild cushion foundation, which I'm always referring back to that one because that one has been my favorite of my whole 3. Has been like 3 series. No, it's only been 2. CoverGirl, Rimmel, and I did one of that number 7. So of all the drugstore foundations I've tried, the Mega Cushion from Wet n Wild has been my favorite. So I don't like this as much as that, but this one's not bad. And it was $6 at Walmart, and you know, I could recommend this without any reservations. for me, it's not my favorite, but I would recommend this. Like if someone was looking for just an inexpensive foundation, I would say try the e.l.f. It's only $6 at Walmart, and sometimes you can get it online at the e.l.f. website for like half off if you spend like however much money, and you can always find like, you know, something to spend your money on extra that will be like, you know, worth it for you to have, especially from e.l.f. They've got a lot of good products, e.l.f. does. So, but yeah, I could recommend this and feel good about recommending it to people. So not bad, not my favorite, but really not bad. All right, you guys, so that's all I've got for today. So I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and also like turn on those, ding that bell. Because if you turn on those notifications by dinging that bell, then you'll know every time I upload a video if you're interested in watching it. Sometimes YouTube just puts me on the back burner, y'all. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.